Hi there, it's Karen here. Welcome back to my channel, and we're going to be doing Roxy's Weekly Challenge today. So today's week 4 of 2024, and we're going to make single page double pockets. I'm just checking my little book where I've written it down so I can remind myself what she calls them. And it's going to be a bit of a mass make today, at least I hope it is. I hope I'll end up with a few, because I've printed off a gazillion pieces of paper. Of course, I'm not going to use them all, but I thought I'd give myself a few choices so that I can make a nice little collection of different colours and patterns and things. So I made a couple of prototypes, and I'm glad I did, because I made a bit of a boo-boo on one of them. So I cut off the wrong flap, the hint, what's it called, the little gusset bit, cut the wrong one. Cut the wrong one off. So I've learnt from that, and I've written a note to tell myself which one I have to cut off. So I think there was a good thing I did that. Otherwise I could have been doing the whole lot wrong. Right, so let's get started. I've got a whole lovely bunch of papers here, and I thought I'd do something fairly, maybe a simple pattern to start with, to get into the hang of the shapes that we've got to do, and then I'll be able to have a bit more of an idea of showing how I want it to look. So I think I'm going to probably do most of them this way around, because I quite like, I did two. I did one where she folded it horizontally, and one where she folded it vertically, just to get different types. So actually I think I'll do a bit of both, because I quite like both of them. So I think I'll do this the vertical way, because most of them I think are going to have the horizontal orientation on the pattern. So she folded hers in half that way, and then that was a bit too tall, so I'm going to cut some off before I fold it up. So let's see, how big do I actually want it to be. So I cut off about a couple of inches, I guess, something like that. Let's try that. Let's put you there. And then she folds in her little piece at the side for the gusset for the pocket. I like that because it gives the pocket a little bit of room to get things in. Okay, and then we fold it up. Try to fold it straight. Failed already. I'm sure we can figure that out. Right. So that's just the folding. So we'll just fold for now. And this one, I'm going to fold. How wide do we want it? So that'll be the whole width of the pocket. So we'll take a piece off, because it's a bit, don't need all that for the gusset. Tear that off. And then attempt to fold in my little gussety bit. It's probably too far now. Okay, and then let me fold it up fold it like that, or the other way. What did she fold in? No, I think it has to go like that. Alright, I've got this this piece of beautiful lace paper. This is from a kit by Liana Scrap, which is all just beautiful laces. And so this one will need to be, I could do this one vertically, I think. Let's see, how would that look? I think that might work. Anyway, that would work. This is slightly thicker paper. I printed this one on. I think this is 120 maybe GSM, so a bit thicker. Be interesting to see how easy it is to do with thicker paper. And we want to trim that off a bit, don't we? Put my scraps over there. And fold this. Like that. And then we don't know if it matters which way you fold it up. I hope it doesn't matter. I can't remember whether she had the gusset on the outside or inside. I can't remember. Oh well. I'll find out if I folded it wrong one time when I come to cut and put them together. Hoping it's not going to matter too much. Right, next. Let's do a piece of this one. Now that's vertical orientation. It's really pretty. This is from a Shabby Dabby Doodah kit called Pink Parisienne, I think. Pink Parisienne? Yes, I think it is. Oh, that's not very straight, is it? What happened there? It must be something to do with my cutting when I was trimming it. Oh dear. That's going to be very crooked. I'm going to have to do a bit of trimming on this one, I think. Well, we should be cut off a bit at the top anyway. Don't know what's gone on there. So all of these, none of these were printed borderless, so I've had to spend a bit of time taking the borders off before I started. So I want that to be on the outside, I think. But we'll see how that turns out. Let's do a couple more. Let's do some Roxy Creations papers. I like that one. Is that the one I want to use? Yeah, go on then. I'll use this one. I haven't done many horizontal ones, have I? Let's do a couple of those. Okay. Let's see how this turns out with the folding. Right, and we'll take off a piece. Oh, I'll just use my trimmer while it's right there. I really try to cut the borders off. Oh, that's a nice. Nice little strip for a, I don't know, something or other. Let's get this out of the way as well. Go like that. And I want that to be like that. Alright, that goes like that. This is a nice one. This is also a, I think this is one of Roxy Creations' antique letters, or no, not letters, end papers or something, I think. It's really pretty. Let's cut off our excess. Fold in the gusset. I can see already that that's not level, so I'm just going to tidy that up at the top before I fold it. Like that. Like, decide which way I want it to fold so I can see. No, I think I'll fold it the other way. That's really pretty. And let's do a William Morris paper. What we got? Just printed a couple of those. This is gorgeous. Which way do I want that? I want that this way, I think. Not so wide. I think I made the others a bit on the wide side. I'm just going to make that a little bit narrower, I think. Have I done that? Yeah. So I'll just trim a bit more off of this one, I think. And again, if that lines up, that doesn't. So, once again, I better tidy it up. However hard I try to trim off those borders straight, they never seem to end up leaving me with straight papers. I don't know why that is, but we just trim so you'd never know. Fold this up. That come up like that. No, I want this one. I'll just tuck this inside so it's not too confusing. I'm going to fold this one this way. I feel like I like to keep going, but I think if I do, I'll never get these properly finished. So I'm going to start doing the next stage now. So let's get back to this one. So we'll fold that in, and we have to fold in the corner. That's the one that's going to go on the top, isn't it? Yes. So, yeah, we fold the corner in. Try to fold it at a bit of a right angle. So you get that's it, and then we cut the paper. Down there. Fold that in there. Cut into there. And then we cut this piece off. That's it. I'm going to cut it at a slight angle so that the one that folds in doesn't crash, as Rachel puts it. Doesn't kind of get caught as you fold it up. So that bit comes off. Now where I went wrong before was I took the wrong bit of the flap, and it's this piece. It's got to be the same side as the big piece you cut off. You cut off this as well. That makes more sense now. And so that then that folds in, that folds up, and then that closes the pocket. And I can see this needs a trim. It's not even quite straight there. Make sure everything is lined up as best it can be. And then I'm just going to trim across the top here. So that's our pocket. And then I'll do this one. So fold it out. So I've just got to figure it out. That's got to fold in, hasn't it? I think you can decide which side you want on the front. Yes, I think that's going to come in here. And then that one, that one we cut out opposite, and I'll cut this again. It is just inside that fold. So it doesn't impede the folding in of the other piece. Like that. And then we take out this bit of flap. In, folds up, and that one goes in, and you've got a really pretty lacy little pocket. Let's do the William Morris one. Fold that in. And yeah, that goes this piece along here. So this piece here. Love these papers, these William Morris papers. This is already saying autumn to me. We're not out of winter yet. No, that's not. That's the pile that's been done. There. Right. Another lovely one. Okay, so actually I could do it that way. Actually, it is going to have to be, if that's the fold, it's actually going to have to be this side, isn't it? Couldn't go upside. Could it go that way? That side? Could do that. Or this side. No, I think it'll have to be this side. Yes, because the fold's here. I can't have that as the front, can I? No. So this one will be the other way round. And I could turn it up the other way. You can have it either that way up, that way up. I think that way, yeah. So if you've got non-directional paper, you can pretty much choose whichever way you want it to go. So then this flap has to come out. I am just cutting just inside, just this side of the fold, just so that it, make sure it tucks inside nicely. It's quite a wide one, but it's good to get different sizes, I think, slightly different shapes and sizes. That's that one. Let's do this one. So that's where the fold is there. So this will need to fold in here. Okay, and yeah, this is the piece that needs to come out, isn't it? Yes. You do have to think about this. This piece here. This is one of the Shabby Dabby Doodah papers. I think this is Covent Garden, I think. A Covent Garden kit. So that is upside down. So, but that's the right way up. So I'm not sure how well whether that would really be a problem. We've just got a little bit of writing upside down there. Okay, let's do this one. This looks a bit like a William Morris one. This could be, but actually it could be the William Morris. Yeah, I think this is a William Morris as well. Thinking about it. Right, so it doesn't really matter which way this one goes, does it? So that's going to have to fold in. Do a smaller fold on this one, a smaller corner because it's a narrower pocket. In the end, I'm not sure I did any other of the vertical star ones, but these scraps out the way. And then this piece. Just remembering to cut the flap out the same side as the bigger piece. And then it's easy not to get confused then. Okay, so that folds in, that folds up, and that folds in. Yeah, that's a nice one. And the last one. So that's definitely going to be our front. So once again, fold my corner. And then we, oh yeah, cut the flap out, don't forget the flap. Just needs a little bit more trimming along there, I think. And then that folds in like that. That's rather nice because it's got a different colour at the back. That's lovely. Really like that one as well. Right, so how many have we done? Well, I haven't finished them yet, of course. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh. Right, so now we need to do some gluing. It should be fairly straightforward. And again, Rachel did it in a sort of mass making style in that she just did the little corners first with her glue stick. So that's how we'll start as well. Glue that down. So this is definitely my final video that I'm going to record before we go to Marrakesh, because that's only 2 days away and I've got to spend tomorrow packing, and I've got a lot of my stuff out ready, most of my stuff already, but I've got to start to really put it all together now. So there's a lot to think about, lots to take. I'm a little bit nervous, I can't deny I'm a bit nervous. It's a very different culture and we haven't been away for so long. I really don't know what to expect. So yeah, it's going to be quite an experience. I hope a good one. I'm sure it will be. Meant to be a beautiful place, lots of interesting things to do and see, and I am looking forward to trying the food because I think I'll really like the food somehow. I feel like it might be right up my street. So hopefully that's the case. Yes, I've just been trying to get as far ahead. I have actually done quite well. I have managed to upload enough videos. Oh, there's a bit of, I need a bit more trimming now. Just see that curling up a bit. Yes, I've managed to upload videos for the next 2 weeks. So, yeah, so you won't notice I've gone, basically. And I'll have even a little bit of breathing space when I come back because I've got enough made now to take me into my week back, which is quite nice because it means I could just, because there's always a lot to do, isn't there, when you come back from a holiday. Just getting everything sorted, getting your washing done, catching up with your grandchildren, all that sort of important stuff. So it'll probably be a little while before I get back into my routine of filming. So hopefully I've got enough videos done now to cover that. But what I am actually finding quite challenging is getting them all edited and uploaded. Yesterday our Wi-Fi was on a bit of a go slow, and it took me pretty well all afternoon to just upload one video to YouTube, which is ridiculous because it usually takes about an hour or less if everything's firing properly. But every now and again, everything seems to slow down. I don't know whether it's a problem with our YouTube, with our Wi-Fi, or whether there was a general go slow on the Wi-Fi. I don't know, but it was a bit frustrating. And so I made one last video yesterday, which has still got to be edited and uploaded, and then this one as well. I'll do this one first because this one will go up first. But when you see this one, I will be there. Maybe our first day, and we will just be kind of finding our way round. So yeah, it'll be quite an experience, I'm sure. And when I do make my first video, which will probably be catching up with Roxy's Weekly Challenge when I come back, I might make a couple because I'll have missed one in the middle, and then there'll be a new one quite soon after I get back. So I might be doing those just to catch up with myself, and I will tell you all about it. Right, those bits are glued, and now we do the pockety bits. Let's put this away. And get the old art glitter glue. So glue a little bit on the inside of the flap and a bit on the edge of the paper and along here. I've got to think about where the pocket's going to be open. So I would have liked to put a thumb notch here, but as Rachel explained, the front piece is going to kind of cover that up a bit, so it's a bit tricky to know where to put it. Right, so that's that piece, and then this piece we glue along the bottom. I'm just wondering whether to glue up the side as well. I think I will. I may not on all of them, but I think I will on this one. Put that under there so any seepage goes onto the paper, not onto the desk. Okay, there's one. And my glue is leaking all over the place for some reason. I thought it was only the Fabri-Tac that did that. I've got this out ready, but I don't know if I'll use it. I might find one or two where it's possible. That's too gluey. Right, let's glue this one up. On the inside and the edge. I wonder if it'd be possible. I might try it on one of them just to see how it comes out. Try and put a little thumb notch in, see how much it how weird it looks, just as an experiment. Now, does that need? think I'll leave that one open at the side, that one, a bit. Because it's going to be quite narrow. If I close it up completely, it makes it a bit narrow. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I can always glue it afterwards if I don't like it so open. Right, let's do this one. Yeah, I'm going to try a thumb notch in here, I think, just to see. And I'm going to ink up a little bit where it shows, because I like the thumb notch just on the front. It just eases things into the pocket if you've got a little opening there, doesn't it? So let's just put a bit of vintage photo in there. Like that, yep, okay. Ones that I folded vertically, sort of long ways, because they're a bit narrow, I'm not gluing up the sides. I'm leaving those a bit more open. I'm just gluing up the sides of the ones that were folded horizontally. Right, so they're all glued. Now I've got to think about, I might just decorate one, because the others will be just good to decorate as they go into a journal with whatever whatever ephemera go with that journal, really, wouldn't they? So let's see, which one shall I do? Well, it's tempting to do this one. I think that's what I'll do. I think I'll do this one because there is a journal I have in mind for this. So I've just got to go and find some bits of ephemera. So I'll be right back. Right, so I've pulled out a few bits. I won't use them all, but I just thought I'd give myself a few choices and options of things that I could use. As you may have deduced from previous hints when I've been doing these challenges, I have got a ballet journal coming up in the future. So I'm kind of starting to prepare things for that. So this really beautiful card, I'm just going to cut this out with my fancy scissors because I love using these at the moment. Right, so I have my piece which goes on there beautifully. So although I've got loads of bits pulled out, I'm probably not going to use hardly any of them because this takes up most of the space and it doesn't really need much more. I have got a little bit of very fine lace. It's almost like a tulle, it's just so not got much decoration on it. But I just wonder whether having a bit of that poking out would be pretty. Just to soften that up a little. Haven't got enough to go behind the whole thing, but possibly just enough to poke out at the side. Just cut that edge off. Let's see if any of my bits of ephemera that I've pulled out are going to actually work. I don't think it needs very much. Actually, I think I might put maybe if I put the lace there, so you can just about see it. I might have it hanging down just a touch underneath. And then I've got, I don't know whether any of these bits are going to work. I've got a bit of some of the paper from the making the pockets. So this is from the pink Parisienne. I think that would go quite nicely. I'll just maybe tear a strip of that. Oops. Doesn't need very much. Something like that there. Have the lace just over the top of it a little. Pull that up a little bit. And I need a little something on this corner. I'm thinking of a shabby-dabby-doo-dah flower or something. Got her very tiny pieces of ephemera in here, and there are roses. If I can find one, there we go. Just one of her little roses at the bottom there, that would look pretty. Okay. You can imagine how much time this took to photograph all this lot. Almost reluctant to use them because look how small they are. Oh, that might be quite nice too. Yeah, I might put that in there as well. Tina to the rescue with all her little bits of ephemera. Usually come with all her kits, and it's worth hanging on to a few. Right, so, okay, I need to do a little bit of inking and a bit of gluing, I think. Glue these down. Right, so we'll do that. It's better. Oh, I haven't put the tulle on far enough across, or the lace, whatever it is, to actually show once I've glued down the image. That's better. Yep. And I like, you can still see the little piece of ephemera through, but it just softens everything. And we'll just put the little rose on. There are roses on this picture as well. Here we are. Oop. So let's have a quick review of what we've made today. I've got so many papers here. I really would like to make some more because I really like these pockets. And you can make them to go in any journal. So we've got that one, pink one, a William Morris autumnal one. This is one of Roxy Creations' antique papers. Shabby Dabby Doodah from Covent Garden. Another William Morris and another Roxy Creations. One of her lovely collagey papers. And then this one, which I've decorated up, is the lacy one for my ballet journal that's coming up at some point in the future. So there we are. Thank you for joining me today. And yeah, I will see you soon. I'm not sure when, but I'll be back. Bye for now.